Has another AEW star left the company, and the next Brock Lesnar has made his AEW debut. But first, let's have a look at the latest regarding WWE's switch to TV14. In our last news video, we discussed a report from Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast that WWE Raw was set to switch from PG to TV14 starting this Monday, according to sources within the USA Network. While Zarian would later provide an update on the situation, with him noting that the memo sent out to staff within USA was premature and that the change won't be happening just yet. And he would tweet, "This is a wild situation, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. WWE Raw won't be going to TV14 on July 18th, but still in consideration for a later date." There was a memo within USA Network that went out this morning regarding WWE Raw changing to TV14 on July 18th. Apparently that was sent out prematurely and the day was not finalized. It was later reported by Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that WWE has yet to acknowledge the change of direction, but added that a source within the company has told them that it is a USA Network decision. Because of this, it's highly unlikely WWE Raw reverts to bloody matches and sexually provocative content like the Attitude Era, but they could begin to introduce more swearing and profanities when the change to TV14 happens. More information on the matter was released by Fightful Select, who confirmed that there was mixed signals sent out within USA Network and that those within WWE hadn't heard of the change yet, but were looking into it. It seems that Zarian's initial report was correct, apart from the date, although the time of the ratings switch remains a mystery. With that said, we shouldn't expect significant changes to WWE's overall product, with this being a USA decision and not a WWE one. Next, a stipulation has been added to a major title match. This weekend, Ring of Honor would host a confrontation between FTR and the Briscoes, which aired on AEW's YouTube channel. The two teams are set to battle in a rematch for the ROH World Tag Team Championships at Death Before Dishonor later this month, and during the face-off, the stakes were raised. Following claims from the Briscoes that FTR had an unfair advantage during their first match due to their lighter wrestling schedule, a 2 out of 3 falls stipulation was added so that no flukes could be claimed on the night. The teams first met back in April at Supercard of Honor, the first Tony Khan run Ring of Honor event, where FTR would defeat the Briscoes to become the new ROH World Tag Team Champions. They will meet once again on July 23rd at Death Before Dishonor, with the new stipulation taking the match to the next level, with them hopefully set to top what was already an impressive first time around. But what did you think of the face-off, and who do you think leaves Death Before Dishonor as the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions? Let me know in the comments down below. And speaking of Death Before Dishonor, has the result of the upcoming world title match been spoiled? At the pay-per-view, Jonathan Gresham is set to put his ROH world title on the line when he defends against recent AEW signing Claudio Castagnoli. The match was confirmed following this past Friday's edition of Rampage, with Claudio set for his first title match since his WWE Universal Championship match against Roman Reigns in May 2021. Well, it seems AEW may have foreshadowed the result of the match during last night's tapings of AEW Dark in Orlando, where Gresham would appear without his ROH belt, leading fans to put 2 and 2 together, with him now expected to drop the title next weekend to Castagnoli. If this is the case, Claudio is set to win his first ever ROH World Championship, with him having only picked up the World Tag Team belts during his first run with the company. It will also mark his first ever major world title win. But what do you make of Claudio Castagnoli as ROH World Champion, and is it the right call? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, a wrestler has reportedly been arrested in Japan. Last week, Michael Elgin was scheduled to wrestle at a Pro Wrestling Noah event on July 10th, but it was later announced that he would no longer be competing, with no reason given as to why he was pulled from the card. In an update from Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net, it was noted that he was arrested in Japan after stealing protein powder, with the report noting, "I can now confirm the reason for Michael Elgin's absence is due to the fact that he was arrested last weekend in Japan for stealing. Sources confirmed to me that Elgin was arrested for stealing protein powder and that he is currently still in jail at the time of this writing." Word going around is that Elgin could be facing up to 5 years in prison unless a potential deal is arranged where the charges are dropped, but he would be deported and never be allowed to return to Japan again. Elgin himself has since responded to the reports, outright denying the story, and he would take to Twitter to write, I'm not going to bother saying what happened, but I am going to say I was not charged for stealing protein. I'm not charged at all. I am not facing jail time. I'm also not deported. I'm going to Canada to be with my family after the passing of an extremely close family member. I completely understand people don't ever want to believe anything other than what they wish were true. I'm not going to debate with people, but I am on a scheduled flight home, also first class. Doesn't seem like deportation. Following the tweets from Elgin, Cassidy Haynes would double down on his report, taking to Twitter to reply, "I'm still laughing, but I'll have more on this Elgin thing tomorrow after I sleep." Interesting denial on his end, but are we really surprised? If the report is true, this will be Elgin's second arrest in the last year, with him also being arrested back in July 2021 in the US for violating a protection order filed by his ex-fiancée. This likely isn't the end of the story, with Bodyslam.net said to be working on an update on the situation, perhaps where they will provide more evidence to back up their story. Next up, the contracts of two current champions have now expired. This weekend, the Impact contracts of the Good Brothers would come to an end, with them once again becoming free agents. According to PW Insider, their deals would run out following last night's Impact TV tapings in Louisville, Kentucky, which was said to have been confirmed by various sources. Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows would sign multi-year deals with the promotion back in July 2020, following their WWE release 3 months prior. PW Insider would add more details as to their immediate future, with them set to continue working New Japan Pro Wrestling dates after recently rejoining Bullet Club, and the report notes, while Gallows and Anderson will be contractually free, they are expected to appear for New Japan Pro Wrestling. We are told they have also committed to working additional Impact dates if and when they fit around their New Japan commitments, so they are expected to appear for Impact going forward, including August Chicago events. It's unclear if the Good Brothers will re-sign contracts with Impact or maybe even with New Japan on a more permanent basis, although it appears they are willing to stick around on a pay-per-appearance basis to continue their run as tag champions, with them likely weighing up their options going forward. And if you're looking for something to watch after this video, make sure you check out every All-In wrestler that didn't sign for AEW, including the likes of Joey Ryan, Marty Scurll, and even Rey Mysterio. Next up, has another AEW star left the company. Over the past 24 hours, the Twitter page of the popular AEW underdog Fuego del Sol has changed significantly, with him deleting all of his tweets, whilst removing all references to AEW from his profile, as well as blacking out his profile picture. He would later make 2 tweets, one of a photo of himself, with the other simply reading, "Change is going to come." The fact that there is no longer reference to AEW on the page has led to speculation that he has now left the company, with his contract having perhaps now expired. It's worth noting that we are around 1 year on from Fuego's storyline battle for an AEW contract, with him officially being rewarded one, at least publicly, on August 13th, 2021. It's possible that he had signed a contract ahead of the storyline, meaning the timing kinda works out. His 34-match undefeated streak would end on July 6th, 2021, where he teamed with Marco Stunt to defeat Ryzen and Baron Black, so yeah, it's been about 1 year since then. It's worth noting that Del Sol was at last night's AEW Dark tapings, however it didn't go so well for him, with the changes to his Twitter account shortly following. It's possible that Del Sol is simply undergoing a character change, but with the amount of contracts AEW are letting expire due to budget cuts after their mass roster expansion, it would make sense that he would be on the list due to a lack of involvement on AEW television as of late. And finally, the next Brock Lesnar has made his AEW debut. Last night at Universal Studios in Orlando, AEW would hold the latest tapings of Dark, where 2 former NXT stars made their debuts. Firstly, Cole Carter, the former NXT superstar Troy Donovan, would battle Mike Orlando in his first match since his WWE release in June due to policy violations, with it being reported that WWE were interested in bringing him back into the fold at some point in the future, with them seeing big things for him down the line. Later in the tapings, a bigger debut would take place when the former Haaland, billed under his real name of Parker Bordeaux, was introduced as a client of Arya Davari before going on to have a match against Serpentico. Over the past few years, there has been significant interest in the development of Parker, who was once touted as the next Brock Lesnar due to his look and size, with him literally looking like he could be Lesnar's younger brother. A former college football player in the University of Central Florida, he was signed to WWE in early 2021 after much hype following praise from Paul Heyman within part of the same induction class as Bron Breakker. His WWE career didn't go to plan, however, as he was given a strange gimmick alongside Joe Gacy, which saw him shave his head whilst wearing a jumpsuit, with this not lasting very long as he was released in late April 2022. Parker no doubt has the look and potential to be a dominant big man in AEW, and given the success of Wardlow as of late, Tony Khan does know how to get a big man over with the fans. The only issue is perhaps his attitude, as Bordeaux was often seen showing off his expensive purchases on social media, this before he had even stepped foot in an NXT ring, a potential sign that the hype went to his head. If he can stay grounded and works hard on his craft, he could be a big success. Since his release, he has also debuted in MLW as part of the 40-man Battle Riot, with his contract status with All Elite Wrestling currently unknown. He has worked just 2 matches since becoming a free agent, including his AEW debut last night. But what do you make of Cole Carter and Parker Bordeaux potentially signing with AEW? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you go, make sure you check out every All In wrestler that didn't sign for AEW.